What is up, you guys? The sim just got an update with the new EB04 cards, so I wanted to give one of my favorite decks a spin, Foxy. I hopped right into the Eastern lobby, and my first opponent was Red Yellow Bonney. I am really excited to see how this leader works, as this will be my first game against her. I chose to go second, and I mulliganed to hopefully find one of my searchers, and I found the one-cost Porsche, which is such a great new addition to this deck. For turn, I drew a second one, so I'm able to drop both of them right away. One of them grabs the 3-cost Porsche, and then the other one grabs the 1-cost Gina, just for an extra 2k in my hand. I am already off to such a fantastic start because I have 2 Foxy Pirate cards on the field already. They attack me with their 1-cost Searcher, and I take it, and then they attack me with their leader, and I counter out. On my turn, I just use my Porsche to attack over their Searcher. Then I play the 3-cost Porsche, and I search in EB04, and I'm able to play it from my hand as well. So even though the 3-cost Porsche took away one Dawn card, the EB04 got it right back. So then I attack their life, and then I pass. They just attack my life again, so I counter out. And then they use their leader effect to take their own life card so that they're able to drop the new Borsalino blocker, which gets them an extra life card right away. This guy is actually really insane. Yellow got a ton of really good cards. The first thing I do on my turn is I put a Dawn onto the Porsche and attack for 6, and they take it, and it's the Usopp. And so they use it to boost themselves by 2,000 until the end of the next turn. So after I play Bonney, I put the 2 Dawn onto my leader and then just attack their life again, and they block and 2k, which doesn't make any sense. They might as well have just used the 2k straight up or just used the 1k. My opponent attacks over the Porsche, so I just gotta let it go, and then they play a Lilith, which lets them play another Borsalino. It's just so many free cards, I can't believe it. On my turn, because I've been ramping a lot, I'm able to use the 8-cost Rayleigh. So first I have to attach a Dawn, and then I'm able to play him down to rest one of his blockers. Then the first thing I do is attack with my leader for 6, and I use my leader's effect to freeze their leader and the Borsalino that I just rested. Then I attack their life with my Bonney, and then I attack him for 9 with my leader, and I put him down to 1 life. But I know that's not going to last for very long. He attacks over my Bonney with his Lilith. And then, because he has 1 or less life cards, he's able to play the new 10-cost Luffy for just 9 Dawn. So he boosts his leader by 2,000 with the Luffy, and because he's 1 or less life, he gains another 2,000 just from his leader effect. So not only is this Luffy a blocker, he's also a 9,000 power leader. The first thing I do on my turn is throw down the 7-cost Foxy, which really helps because it'll lower all of his characters by 1,000 during his turn. Then I throw 2 Dawn onto my Rayleigh and attack his life, and I'm really hoping that he blocks so that I can just attack with my leader and freeze it. And he does, he rests his Luffy, so I put a Dawn onto my leader and I attack into his Borsalino, freezing his leader and the Luffy. He counters out of the swing into Borsalino, but on his turn, everybody's lowered by 1,000, so I'm feeling a lot better on defense. My opponent stacks 2 Dawn onto their Lilith and attacks my life, and since I have 4, I decided to just take it. Then they play the 7-cost Kuma, which gets them another life card. It's just ridiculous. Like, what is this card? So on my turn, I just play the 8-cost Foxy, just to keep filling my field with big bodies. And as it comes down, it's able to rest one of my opponent's characters. So I rest one of his blockers, and then I attack them for 6. And they counter out. And then I get some Dawn back, and then I attack them for 8. And they take it. But it's a Kikunojo in life, which is just really annoying. I really hate that card. And he played it over his Luffy, which I can understand. But on the other hand, now I'm just going to start resting something else, and you don't have that big Luffy on the field that's always a threat. So when I attack for 9, he's able to use a counter event and get out of it for just 1 card. It was a little unfortunate, but I'm still overall pretty happy with that turn. My opponent attacks me for 5, so I just give him a chopper. He attacks me for 5 again, so I give him another chopper. And in hindsight, I probably should have kept a blocker in my hand so I could play it later, but it's okay. They attack me with their Kuma, so I just take it. And then they play a Bonney and force me to take one of my life cards, and they choose not to swing with it, which I don't understand that at all. I feel like you might as well just attack. Go for it. Go all out. On my turn, I have really nothing else to do but to play another 7-cost Foxy. And then I wasn't thinking about it. I just used my effects to gain Dawn, even though I was already at 10 Dawn. I was playing a little late at night, and I was pretty tired, but I'll just say I was throwing for content. After that, I just attack with my leader into nothing, but I am able to freeze his Kuma and his leader. So then I attack with my 7-cost Foxy, and he counters out. And then I attack with my Rayleigh, and he takes it. So I attack with my 8-cost Foxy, and he's able to counter out again. So I gotta somehow not die this next turn. I play the Capote, and I make it so his Kikunojo can't attack. As you can see, I have all 4 Jinas in my hand, and he attacks for 10 with his Kikunojo right off the bat, so I discard 3 of them, and all these 2Ks ended up really coming in handy. He attacks for 7, forcing another 2K and 1K out of my hand. Then he attacks for 5, forcing my last card to also be a counter, so I think it was a pretty smart play overall. But his Bonney can only do 1 damage, so I can take that last life, and I win. There would have been no chance for me to survive that if I didn't have those 7-cost Foxys on the field. While the new 8-cost Foxy is really powerful, I think I still prefer the 7-cost just because of his blanket reduction effect. So, for the second game, I ended up playing against the other new Egghead leader, the Yellow Luffy. Now, this guy's really cool because he starts with 6 life, and my opponent chose to go second. So, going first, I saw the 1-cost Porsche, so I happily play it down and grab the 3-cost Porsche. They play a Searcher of their own and grab a Bonney, and then on my turn, I attack their life, and they take it, and they rip to Sanji, so they use his trigger to play it out, and they search another card. They search the 2K Usopp. After that, I play the 3-cost Porsche, and I grab the 8-cost Foxy, and then I play Itamamitsu and get my Dawn back. My opponent plays their Jewelry Bonney, and then attacks my life, and I'm not going to be countering out of both of these, so I do take the first one, and I have to let them draw, but I do counter out of the second one. Then on my turn, I throw a Don onto Porsche, and I attack over his Sanji, but he counters out. So then I play the Bon Carré and put a Don onto my leader and try to attack over the Sanji again, and he counters out again. My opponent uses their Sanji to get over my Porsche, and then they throw a Don onto their Bonney and attack my life. So I counter out of it. Then when their leader attacks, I take it and allow them to draw again, but I really didn't want to discard all my cards so quickly. And then they play a Nami, and I was just praying that they didn't pop my Udamitsu, which I think would be the better play. Instead, they got rid of my Bon Carré, which I was happy with because I still have 3 Foxy Pirates on the field. Or at least I do when I play my 8-cost Foxy, which rests the Nami. And then I attack into the Bonney and freeze his Nami and his leader. My opponent plays another Sanji, getting another card into their hand, and then attacks with their other one. So I just counter out, and then they play a Nico Robin blocker. They pass it over to me, so I put a Don onto my leader, and then I drop the Silver's Rayleigh. I rest their blocker, so then I can attack over it with my 1-cost Porsche. And I'm happy he lets it go. I mean, it would have been fine either way if he discarded just to keep it. And then I'm able to just light up the board with my 8-cost Foxy and the 9-cost Rayleigh. So as I clear his field, I am feeling very good about my position. I just attack into his life with my Foxy and freeze his leader, because why not? And on his turn, his Lilith gets over my Porsche, not a big deal. He attacks my life, so I use the Groggy monsters and I counter out. And then he plays the 10-cost Luffy. So he pumps himself up and is a blocker. And so first things first, I drop the 7-cost Foxy. Then I swing into his life with my Rayleigh, and he takes it. So I attack with my 8-cost Foxy, and he takes it again. So I use my 1-cost Porsche just to use up the rest of my Don, and I grab a 2k counter before using my leader to attack into a Sanji. Now, I already froze his leader and his Sanji, so I don't know why he didn't just block, but I'll take it. After that, I play the chopper blocker, I get all of my Don back, and then I pass it over to him. He swings at life with his Kikunojo, and I'm thinking I might as well counter out of this one while I still have the chance. And because I am really worried about a 9-cost Bonney coming down, and I was right. The Bonney comes down, and he throws a Don onto it and attacks into my Foxy, and my 7-cost Foxy is coming in clutch, lowering it by 1,000, so I'm able to use the 2k counter to save it. Basically, the only realistic play I have is to play the other 7-cost Foxy from my hand, and then I attack with the one that was already on the field, making him discard 2. And then I was pretty confused because he scoops. Clearly, he felt like he didn't have enough going on, although the next card in his life was another Bonney, so he was not in a bad position at all. I definitely was not going to win that turn. He had enough counters to get out of everything, and even without his leader and his Luffy, that's still 3 solid attacks. And when his Bonney hits the field, he's taking away another life card of mine. If he stuck around, he definitely had a chance. And the only reason he had a chance is because of the 9-cost Bonney, and I really hate that card. I have come to dislike many yellow cards that just get rid of life or just give you life, and it's not very fun or interactive at all. So this was the list that I was playing. I could not be more happy with the new Foxy support. The 1-cost Porsche is the most important card in this entire deck now, just because it's so easy to get extra Foxy Pirates onto the field so you can use your leader's effect. Groggy Monsters is another amazing card. This deck finally has removal too, so not only can you freeze things, you can now just get them off of the field if you need to. The 8-cost Foxy is another great addition just because it's a 9,000 power beat stick that cycles your hand, but also rests a character for you to freeze with your leader. It just feels so nice, even if I think the 7-cost Foxy is a little more reliable overall. The 8-cost Silver's Rayleigh is another fantastic card that really helps with your field presence, but also just like the 8-cost Foxy can rest an opponent's character for you to freeze with your leader. Overall, this is a fantastic deck that I was not expecting to get such good support for. My friends and I have just been waiting for cards like these, and we're really glad to finally get them. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck list, and I hope you enjoyed the video as well. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. If you ever want to play against me, come and join my Discord. I host weekly tournaments, and I really want to get massive tournaments going, so in order to do that, I need your help. So come on by, it's also fun to just hang out, and I'd be happy to deck build with you as well. So I'll see you there. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.